YouTube? It's MOB here with the question of the way that I've been posting a month, but I've been waiting on a little bit of response and feedback, and that's on me. I need to begin to post and try to monetize what we got here. The question of the day is, what control and what percentage does your actions result in the output or outcome of your life, right? So if you end up homeless in a ditch, what percentage of that is your fault, right? Off rip, many of you guys are thinking, MOB, that's 100% MOB. Everything you do, you woke up and you decided to do, which, very true. But I'm gonna go against the grain of what I normally do and speak on some spiritual ideologies, excuse me, on why it may be a bit more out of your control than you ever could imagine. All right, let's get into it. First off, this is the 3 sets of questions. It's a multi-layered question, but they all go into the greater question of how much do you affect the outcome of your life, right? So, first part is, what part does destiny have to play into it and or God? Second part is, what control do you actually have over, we're gonna make that question number 3. Question number 2 is, where does the demographics where you grew up and your parents and things and the family you grew around control your destiny? Number 3, what actual control do you have over it, right? So firstly, I would like to say, God isn't something that you can physically touch, or it isn't something you can read, but it is something that you can hear and see. I'll go into details on that later. But yeah, this is something that's spoken about, almost made law and made religious, that God is within all of us and God carries a piece of himself in everything we have and that we do. Some take it to the extent of, this chair I'm sitting in is God, this phone is God, my car is God, the tree is God. Well, I take it to the belief that God is in every person. God is in every person. We're not going to touch on reincarnation in this video, but long story short, I think God leaves you if you become an animal in reincarnation. All right, anyways, God is in everything. God is in everyone. So even the Bible mentions, I don't have the verse on hand, but Jesus mentions that he's in every single one of us, as well as God and the Holy Spirit. The Holy Trifecta, if it's in all of us, then resultantly we are all God in an aspect. Just taking our own paths and, letting destiny play its part, which I believe is a very big part. I believe that 90% of the things you do is because of destiny. All your options are endless, supposedly, but I think that all the options you get are options given by a greater power. I think that you can think of all the options that you have. Like right now, I can turn my phone off in the video. I can continue recording. I can move with my phone. I could possibly think about a good 10 things I can do while recording this video. That will either end it, delay it, or continue at a lower quality. But these are all options I believe are given by destiny. I don't think that there's an idea on something that wasn't given, right? So I believe that everything that came into that little head of yours was given by either God or a power out of your control, which we don't have to give life to. I don't believe destiny is a life thing, just like I don't believe karma is a life thing. And as you may have heard in one of my earlier videos, I'm battling on karma even being real. Right? This is a concept that a lot of people have, but I feel living life I live, I've seen it firsthand, what a lack of karma we really have in this world. Yeah. Secondly, what your demographics play into the outcome of your life. I believe that if you were born on Skid Row, you don't have to die on Skid Row. You don't. Just like if you were born in a mansion, that's probably not where your story ends for the ignorant and the majority, right? So if you're born in bliss or if you're born in shit, either way, you have the option to change that. Yes. Now, I have to give a little bit of a side note. I'm far from rich, far from poor. Take that to mean whatever you think it means. So my experience or used to drink liquor. My mother used to drink liquor. When I first got into drinking, I tried out both of the things that they drink without even realizing I did it because of what they were drinking. When I first went to the liquor store, I'm like, damn, what should I get? What should I get? Everybody name it. Fireball, Patron. I'm looking. And because I have no experience, I went with what was familiar. Damn, okay, that Crown looks like a safe bet. $20. Let's go with that. Damn, that tequila looks good. Okay, $25. Okay, bet. Let's go with that. So I believe that it very heavily impacts, possibly more than yourself, than you ever will, what your life comes out to. If your father has you doing push-ups and sit-ups from the day you can to the day you leave his house, you're gonna be a different person whose father was an absentee or did minimal effort into their child. Now, being an abusive father is way different, and that changes you as well. And I think for men, it possibly can have a positive impact on you. While with women, I think that there's no shape of abuse that could mold a woman to be a positive figure in anyone's life, or even benefit them later on in life from the experiences that they have, just due to the fact that it will make you either search out for the abuse that you received previously, skip that part, make you really judgmental and biased against men, aka the sex of the person, your father who abused you in whatever way he did, and or can lead to mental illness, and many more options that I'm out of capacity to think about, but many options that could lead on just negative pathway. But so I would have to put that at, ironically, number 2 in how important it is. I think destiny is more important than your demographic. Okay. Well, for spoilers, I think you have the least control over the outcome of your life. Very opposing to what I think many of you guys willing to believe in. Before I give you guys this new perspective, you don't have as much control as you think. Your ideas aren't really your ideas, and I feel like the only thing you truly have is drive, which you can obtain by yourself, but 90% of the time is given by how you grew up and the people you are around. It's very hard for somebody to know what something is without experiencing it themselves, right? So if somebody doesn't put drive into you, you will never know what that feels like if you've never seen it either. You'll never know what it looks like to be in that mode, per se. But with all that being said, you still have a lot of control. There's many practices you can do, like yoga, reading, to change your perspective and the ideas that are in your head for possibly how you grew up or in a different source. We all know that there is such things as angels, quote unquote, demons, and while they don't have to be physical or metaphysical entities, they can just be thoughts that come into your head, like, hey, I want to go really fast in this car in a school zone. Hey, I want to give this homeless person a ride, which could be a positive or negative. That's on you. I'm being serious. Like, I'm gonna turn back on that. I just don't see how that helps you at all feel better about anything. Like, my grandfather used to do that. I used to be just so confused. Like, your car's gonna stink. They're almost for certainty sold from you. And 3, they're not gonna be able to repay you or even remember that you did this later on. I'd much rather just give a homeless person some food, and if I'm in a rush, give them some change, some dollars, anything. But I've been slacking on that. Back to the topic. You have a lot of control, but much less than you think. And with those practices, you can change that. I felt like this video was important to me just because I'm getting into a transitional period in my life where I've been thinking about controlling how controlling I am, what control I have over my decisions, and what control do I have over the situation I'm in now, for the negative or the positive. And I just really am not sure on how important it is at all. How important destiny, your demographic, and your self-control really is. But putting it onto a video, laying it all out nice and clear, I've come to the decision: you have 30% control, and I'll give 40 to destiny, 30 to your demographic. Because even though they're your thoughts, you got them somehow. The human brain loves to mimic, and that's the number one thing to do. You guys have a blessed day. Hopefully this video reaches somebody who needs to know about it. Leave your opinion if you made it all the way. If you didn't, leave your opinion. But leave an opinion on how you feel about what I said. What do you think is the percent of control that people have over their life? And any information you want to leave, I'm open to all comments or everything. And if Likewise, for people who want to listen to advice, do it. The comment section is not for everybody else. It's really just for me and you. It's like going from a conversation. I heard you.